What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you all are having a interesting day. Today was a good day for the Dallas Cowboys. It could have been a better day had the Giants been able to hold on to a lead. You know, it's been bad for us. You know it's been bad for us on the road. But the Giants have had leads of 10 or more points 4 times on the road this year and lost all 4 of them. So it's kind of like other teams look at them saying, we got the Giants right where we want them. It would have been great had the Bears lost, because that would have got a little bit closer to us. But we did have the New Orleans Saints get their second win. Shout out to Kellen Moore getting that against Carolina. We saw Minnesota lose today, which was good. It's always great when San Francisco loses. We love when San Francisco loses. And we still have, the Commanders, of course, they couldn't help us any. The Giants and Commanders didn't help us out any. The Lions, of course, were, literally mollywopped them. What you really want now, I think, excuse me. I'd said that, in a way, I was looking at, excuse me, I was looking at it from the standpoint of saying, we're not going to be able to catch the Eagles to win the division. That would be an improbability. As much as it pains me to say that I think the Eagles are good, they're good, but they do have to play Green Bay and then the Lions. My thought is the way the Cowboys get in is for the NFC North, basically they're going to be like a circular firing squad. They've got to play each other a lot of games. And if they lose some games outside where the Eagles knock the 2 of those off, then you're going to bring them back down to earth. But the other way you look at it is you want one team to be the cream of the crop in there and beat up everybody else. You just run away with the division and beat every single one of those, because there's I think the Lions have 4 games left in the division. I think the Packers have 5. So you want one of those teams to beat everybody, because then all of a sudden you got a couple of losses right there that help. Now, make no mistake about this. If the Cowboys don't win some games of their own, it doesn't matter what anybody else does. The Cowboys first have to take care of themselves. So tomorrow, it would behoove us if the Eagles beat the Packers to hopefully see them free fall, give us a better draft pick, and maybe we could somehow catch them. But then again, at this point, I'm okay with saying I'd like to try and catch the Eagles, because I'm just sick of their shit. Eagles, not everything is about you. You got Eagle fans that are butthurt, Philly 500 sending me texts. Cowboys Nation is a bunch of little bitches, because they feel that they're supposed to get every great player out there. And that the Cowboys set this deal up so that way the Eagles alone could not get Micah Parsons. Well, hold on, dude. This poison pill that, it's amazing how all of these little details always come out later on after the fact. When shit is slow, let's stir it up a bit. Oh, there's a poison pill. So you're telling me this contract has been out for how many months? This trade? And it's just coming out now? Interesting. But in this poison pill is if the Green Bay Packers decide to trade Micah Parsons to the Eagles, the Commanders, or the Giants. Now, no word if they trade him back to Dallas, if that has any effect on it or not. Okay, I mean, if you traded him to Dallas and you had to give him a first round, maybe it would cost us less. Maybe we should try and do that. But if you trade him to anybody in the NFC East, Green Bay would have to pay that. I don't have a problem with that, because I don't want to face a former player, that you worry about twice a year. I think the Eagles are probably mad that they haven't thought about doing that to themselves. But In return, Green Bay did the same thing with Kenny Clark. If the Cowboys trade Kenny Clark to anybody in the NFC North, it's the same thing. Eagles, stop thinking the world revolves around everything that you do. Stop being butthurt over stupid shit that really doesn't matter. You think Green Bay is immediately going to turn around and trade him as soon as they got him to you? Come on, man. After you guys constantly telling us how much he sucks and how much you don't want him, now you're butthurt because somebody put a stipulation in there? And understand, I think what it really is Jerry Jones is vengeful enough that he wants to make sure that Micah Parsons can't get what he wants. When you're rich like he is, when you are I'm rich bitch type money, you can do shit like that. You can just say, I'm going to take Amari Cooper and I'm going to send him to the worst place possible for a freaking wide receiver. Cleveland. Because I can do that. Because I'm not worried about paying my damn bills. And that's what it is. I don't know how I catch strays. I mean, literally, I got Eagle fans that are climbing all over me like I stole something from them and shit. It's like, come on, man. Calm the F down. I don't know what's wrong with y'all Eagle fans, but you got something wrong with you. You need Jesus. Whew. I'm just so tired after a 12-hour live stream. And that last game was so bad. Oh my God, that game was ugly. The fact that it was 5-3 there for majority of the first half is insane. But I'm going to end this off because Paul Tagliabue, who was the NFL commissioner before Roger Goodell, I was fortunate enough to meet Paul Tagliabue on a couple of occasions. In fact, one of the drop dead nights of my life, which was when Paul Tagliabue was handing off the NFL to Roger Goodell at the Super Bowl, his last year in Detroit. And at that Super Bowl, they ended up having all of the Super Bowl MVPs that were still alive there at that game. And at the NFL Commissioner's Party, it was literally like a who's who of players. I'm sitting here looking at Ken Stabler and John Riggins and Emmitt Smith and the Cowboys table. I mean, it was just like Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Hall of Fame. It was just insane. In fact, that's when I met Michael Irvin for the first time, because it was that night that Michael Irvin found out that he wasn't going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But Paul Tagliabue was an incredible man that took the NFL to another level. And at 84 years old, has passed away. Seems like on a regular basis, people around me in my life are passing. 84 is not that far from where I am. Not when I think of how many years I got behind me. Life is short, man, and there's so many problems and things that are going on in our country and the world that we have to stop fighting about stupid shit. People are losing jobs. People don't know where they're going to have money to pay for the medication. People don't know where their next meal is. And we have to stop the hate against one another and remember that we're all Americans and that we're stronger together. Life is short and life is precious, man. And that's what I'm going to try and do for how much time I have left. Remember, tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. I love you guys. Peace out.